Hello, this is Professor Urbis White. Today we will learn how to do systems of equations with the word problems. We are going to focus on money problems, so let's get started. When you see a money problem, it's going to be coin problem, dollar problem, interest problem. Write down the meaning of x, y, and z if you're doing 3x3 equations. Put down the equations. You may want to make a table with some types of problems. And then once you solve them with the methods that I showed you in other videos, just make sure that your answer makes sense. All right? So go back to it. Okay, so let's look at this problem. Painttown sold 45 paintbrushes. One kind is $8.50 each, and the other kind $9.75 each. In all, $398.75 was taken in for brushes. How many of each kind was sold? So the question actually gives it away, what we are looking for. How many of each kind? We are talking about two kinds. So here is my X and here is my Y. Number of brushes. Now, one equation is going to come from the number of stuff. So let's look at it. Is there a number of stuff information in the question? Look at it. Painttown sold 45 paintbrushes. Okay, so that means that this, if you put total here, how many paintbrushes are we talking about? X plus Y. Here's one equation. X plus Y equals 45. So this is the number equation. Now, there will be another equation. And in money problems, that's the money equation. So you have to equate the monies. So let's look at it. If I'm selling X brushes at $8.50, how much money are we talking about? Total price is in dollars. So it's going to be $8.50 times X. The same thing, second kind, 9.75 times Y. What are we talking about? Total price. Are they giving that to me? Yes. $398.75. Actually, when you put it in the table, you'll be able to have the equations right away. What is the money problem then? 8.5x plus 9.75y equals 398.75. Does it make sense? Very good. Now, all I have to do now is to solve these equations. So I'll rewrite it. X plus y equals 45. Let me pull this a bit. I cannot reach this. 8.5 x plus 9.75 y equals the money. 398.75. So let's solve this system of equations. All right. Now, I'm going to use substitution. Let's write down y equals 45 minus x. So I write down 8.5x plus 9.75y, which happens to be 45 minus x, equals 398.75. Does it make sense? Okay. So this one is 8.5x. Let's FOIL. When you FOIL these two, 438.75 minus 9.75x equals 398.75. All right. So let's put these two together. That would give you a negative 1.25x And let's put these two together. That will be negative 40. Divide both sides by 1.25, negative 1.25. I get x of 32. Now how am I going to get y? Y is so it's going to be 45 minus x. So that's 45 minus 32. 5 minus 2 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. So I have 32 one kind of brushes, 13 the other kind. Does that make sense? Let's look. 13 plus 32 is 45. And I can use my calculator, plug this in here. And I did that ahead of time, and it looks like it works. Okay, so you can do the same type of problems with other types of things in selling and things like that. All right, so let's go. I should put a paper between pages. All right, here's another interest problem. Notice the student loans total $9,600. Part was the Perkins loan made at 5% interest, and the rest was Stafford loan made at 8% interest. Okay, now let's put that information in. Rate, I'll put it in decimal. So the first one, Perkins, is 5%. The second one is 8%. Right, do I know the amount of money that I put in? No, I don't. So in Perkins, I put X amount. In Stafford, I put Y amount. So this is like defining X and Y. All right, how much interest am I going to earn? So this column is usually this times that, 0.05X, and this one is 0.08Y. So when you put the total, let's look at the amount. The total amount is X plus Y. You cannot add the rates. But the total interest is 0.05x plus 0.08y. All right, now let's look at it. Do I know the amount of money I put in? Here we go, 9,600. So the first one is the total money equation. So total money equation is money I put in X, the money I put in Y, and that's going to be 9,600. The second one is total interest equation. And that's going to be interest from here plus interest from there is going to be total interest. Am I given that? Yes, you are. 0.05x plus 0.08y. Did they tell me how much? 633. Now let's go to the next page and solve this. Let me put it up here so I don't have to rewrite. Here we go. First equation, second equation. I'm going to use substitution. So let's write down y equals 9,600 from the first equation minus x. Then I'm going to put that in the second equation. 0.05x, so I'm substituting in the second one, plus 0.08, and instead of y, I'm going to put this equation I pulled out, 9,600 minus x, and that is what? Total interest, 633. Work this out, 0.05 minus 0.08, so let me open this up more. Okay, this one is giving me 768 when I multiply these two guys. And then when I multiply that one, I'll get 0.08x. That's 633. All right, so let's put these two together. It's going to give me negative 0.03x. And move this on the other side. That's going to give me negative 135. Divide both sides by negative 0.03. What am I going to get? I did that in my handy calculator. X will be 4,500. All right, now how am I going to get the y? And y I know is they add up to 9,600 and subtract. So this will give me 5,100. So let's double check. Does that make sense? I put this and they add up 9,600. I put this in there and I did that previously. It turns out, right, 633. So we saw two types of problems, interest problems, where you total the interest and you total the money, and that should be given in the word problem. The other one was paintbrush problem, and that works the same way with coin problems, with other types of items with unit costs. So you will be given the total number of, let's say, coins, brushes, total number of whatever that you're buying, and then you'll be given the amount of money that's associated with those total items. And then so you'll have a total number equation, and then you'll have a money equation, and together you can solve these type of problems.